coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. A dump off for Davis. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on first down. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it.
And he's going to go down again. Carl Lawson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Back to Mixon on first down. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They'll look to throw here. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. On the toss, Bernard looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. We documented it last week. They played so well defensively. 4 interceptions. Tried to get their hands on another one there.
And when you've had 4 the previous week, you are just itching for more the very next week. And there was a great opportunity. It went by the wayside, but let's not underscore what's going on with this defensive unit. They are around the ball every time it's being put in the air.
Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. They begin with a run by Davis. And Hill running right through it. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Jackson on 1st down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
From the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
1st and goal, Foster. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down. Six plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. This time Jackson will throw it. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals getting set to go. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch it now, Barney!
A first down carry for Davis. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Now Jackson on first down, forced out to his left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Footing's definitely going to be an issue because it's tough to make those quick cuts that you're used to making on a soggy track. In fact, a Hall of Fame runner once told me, cut on your heels in this type of weather. Gives you better balance.
First try for the right arm of Dalton here. Going deep downfield. They've got his man complete. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards.
But there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Dalton throwing on second down. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Dalton gives to Bernard. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Brought in left side by Snead. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. This is caught inside. Play there for the Bengals. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now Joe Mixon, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
It's second down. Dalton looking. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
5-0.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
368.
Second down, Dalton. And caught, right side, Green. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Dalton here from the gun. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On third down, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. They go play action with Jackson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. He got 29 yards that time.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, But I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Ravens on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw is Jackson. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And we will skip the highlights show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he loses the football a second time. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
There you go, 368. Good. 368.
They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton, and that is incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them, Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
That good for 22 and a first down.
Not a lot of dance steps in that run. That's much more like being that bowling ball, just going down and scattering some pins, breaking through contact, breaking through tackles, and he knows how to finish a run.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He uncorks it for... And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defend.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down. Dalton. Airing one out for Boyd. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They come out here in the eye. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd down from the gun, Dalton. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general. Ball
up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, Jackson. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson steps away. Throw left side complete. It's Andrews. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Able to fight through, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Andrew Billings able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. Caught left side to Crabtree. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On 3rd down, Davis. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
368! 368!
Dalton, 1st and 10. Eluding and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Passing, it's Dalton. Flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. And even 50 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A handoff to Mixon. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He was looking for Matthews that time. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Detroit! Detroit!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Jackson on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver. Trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
And taken right on the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going deep downfield for Roll. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards the pick up there, good for a Raven first. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they get the foot. Line.
Yo, turn your mic off, man. Come on, cut that shit off. That shit's annoying.
It's a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Let's see what Dalton can do after the fumble recovery. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A former first-round pick, Marlon Humphrey, there to get a hand on it.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Now a toss play to Bernard. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
There you go, 368. There you go, 368.
Third down. A shot here for Dalton. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now Jackson on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I guarantee you, it's not very good.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Bengals hoping Mixon improves on the numbers from his rookie year. He's back there again on 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back-to-back good plays have him on.
Fucking coward-ass nigga.
Here's a give to Mixon. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. third down, Mixon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They'll try and run with Mixon.
Yeah, you get Mike on next game too, you fucking bitch. Please. Niggas talking the whole time. That shit's mad annoying. Like, you're corny, bro. You are corny.
Back in the first, doesn't it?